Okay guys, welcome back, and now we finally have everything installed, so I'm going to power it up. There was a teaser on the live show last night, so if you want to go back, well, you're going to see the same thing now, so it won't matter. But I did do a teaser of a fire up of the unit, and that was something that was missing from when I did the open box, but that was due to the unit not having power at the time, and I wanted to do everything as it is out of the box. So, my buddy came over and he set up his account. Well, that was cool. And now it is ready to go. So I'm going to install some games on here, play, find out what I think of the interface. Now, on top of that, I have not recharged this. So you'll see that there's one battery line starting to, if you see that, it's down just a tiny bit. And I want to see throughout the whole, me playing for a while and whatever, how the battery holds up. So keep in mind, we're also going to do the installs and everything on the battery, right? So that definitely kind of shouldn't count, but it is what it is. Another thing, people were talking to me, and this Thunderbolt USB-C Type-C is a multi-out, so you can do video out, everything. And there are docking stations, and I'll show you a docking station here that you can get that plug in. Literally, in my opinion, a must-have, because there is no USB ports other than this, and the docking station, I believe, will give you everything, including HDMI. So let's install. Yeah, sure, let's install it. A couple things I guess I want to talk about while this is doing this install, now that I think about it. This is consoleizing your PC. So if you are a keyboard and mouse player, this is probably not for you. At the same time, I am a keyboard and mouse player. So, oops, as a person that... Did I pause it? No, okay. As a person that is heavy into gaming via keyboard and mouse, this unit may not be the ideal thing for me. And I have to, when I do the pros and cons of this unit, we'll go over everything. I just want people to understand that there's a big difference in playing on your PC and then playing on a console, or playing a PC with a gamepad. Now, don't get me wrong. There are many people that are good and play with an Xbox controller on their PC. I'm not one of them. The one thing I use my controller on my PC for would be like a side-scroller, or a racing game, or a top-down shooter, or something like that. That's a game changer. I mean, that is where this is definitely targeted. So anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up, let this install finish. So, I have not charged it as I promised to understand what we're getting into. I installed 3 games, and the battery is at 1/4. Take a look at that. Now, I'm going to try and give this the benefit of the doubt and say that it was the initial charge, and the initial charge probably didn't last as long as what the system could do. Saying that, I'm going to charge it up and do my gaming test. And I'll show a little bit of video with the gaming, and then we'll go on to my thoughts and what I think of it overall. So, for example, I put a racing game, I put a first person, and I put Grand Theft Auto on here. So, what I'm going to do is I'll be playing those and find out what I think overall. Can this be, if you are a gamepad holder, then this should be a no-brainer. If you're a true PC enthusiast and you use your keyboard and mouse, then it may not be for you. I'm going to guess gas brake, but we'll find out. They feel good. I love the feel of these. Springy, but nice. Oh, look at that. And sensitive. No way. As I'm pulling the trigger, like how I'm pulling it. It's staying where I keep it. That's awesome.
This is Jeff. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car is ready to go, but it's brand new, of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data.
Okay. This is me now. Whoa. Remember what I talked about with that throttle? You gotta ease into it.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a...
Just trying to get a feel for this car now. Okay, a little bit better. Can't punch it because you'll lose the car. Oh, didn't see that coming. So far the battery has moved, but not a ridiculous, come on, zoom in. Not a ridiculous amount. Wow. So far this is acting like I have to use a mouse. And there is one, but oh god, I hope not. Oh, this is looking ugly. I don't know why it, like...
Hey, there's people over here, help us!
Now I can shoot.
We've got a dead civilian here.
Oops.
Talk to entry team. Copy that, entry team. Notifying morgue.
Notifying morgue. It might be because I killed them. Okay. Dark places. Sounds like a great idea. Oh, that's cool. Alright, this game is full of surprises. That's cool. Well, open. There we go. Oh, nice. Nice and slow type thing. That's cool. Okay, so I see what he does with his gun. He kind of picks it up when he's going through things because it makes sense. Maybe this is a training course and I killed the civilian just for fun. Sounds like a thing I would do. Oh. Okay, I'm kind of getting used to that now. It's not bad. Oops. Take that off. It's all lit here. Okay, that's playing smooth, and I know because I've used this on a much lower end system, and this was skipping. Ooh. here is my take on this unit. So, after about, I'm going to call it 3.5 hours of gameplay, the battery is now at about, let's say, a quarter. And that's actually a lot better than I expected, as that's, 3 hours of playing a game, which is, so what I did at some points is I just left Grand Theft Auto running, and I always made sure the screen wasn't dim at an area where cars were abundant and everything was moving, just to keep the unit going. Heat-wise, did not really get hot. It was a little warm, but it did not get hot. And at the same time, it did not feel like it was warm at all in my hands. Sensitivity in the controls are absolutely amazing. I gotta say they nailed it. I didn't get to play anything that used the D-pad, but the D-pad does feel good. So battery, I'm gonna say, is about 4 hours, maybe 3 to 4 hours of hard playing. Ish. That's where I'm gonna go with that. So the initial charge was the reason why the battery went down so fast, and the second charge did prove its point. And I mean, this is pretty valid. We're talking about a powerhouse here compared to like a Nintendo Switch. So it's more comfortable than the Switch in my hands. The weight wasn't bad. I mean, because you're going to play, your hands are pretty much going to be on the ground here like that anyway, unless you're up playing. And I didn't find it uncomfortable at all. Hopefully this continues right where I was. So as far as portable gaming goes, I mean, as a PC gamer, this definitely consoleizes the PC. There is some quirks, and that is sometimes some games you really got to figure out without, going in to remap everything. You really got to figure out what does what and how things work. Like the usability of the touchpads turn a big factor on the whole thing. So I don't know why it's gone back to this. Oh, I can skip it now though. So things like that, So as far as gameplay, I mean, everything ran smooth. So I'm not going to say I was watching FPS, because I wasn't. But, like, for example, I can't figure out how to run. And I know how to crouch, I know how to aim, I know how to move around. And again, I never went in to see... That's cool. I never went in to see any of the remapping. And the reason for that was, again, I was playing this out of the box to see if it just completely consoleizes the PC. And yes, I mean, it does. I mean, this is kind of like playing an Xbox or a PS5 or something like that. It really gives you that kind of feel with the added bonus of PC elements, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, as a keyboard and mouse player, I had difficulty even on the racing game, as you guys had seen. The sensitivity on these are crazy. Now, chances are, like I said, you can probably just tone that down, but I was doing everything from the box. Another thing, this is kind of like where I left it, with everything running. It was busy last night. Really busy. I just, walk up around and whatever. But as you can see, I'm not even really seeing any real tearing. Like, it's pretty amazing. I gotta say, the hardware blows my mind for what it is and how it plays stuff. Now, I don't know, again, how different it is on Steam OS as far as, like, Steam Deck rewards. So, anyway, the bottom line is, it is worth its money. There's no doubt about it. And if you are a gamepad player, you're going to love this. Again, with some tweaks on sensitivity and stuff, you would probably, or maybe this is how you like it. I don't know. As a gamer on a keyboard and mouse, I find it's a lot. And I find it's a lot, doesn't matter. I'm just really bad with these sticks. If you were to play me and I wasn't on a keyboard, you would destroy me if we were playing in console mode. So that's what I'm going to call this, console mode. So guys, I just wanted to give you a simplistic review. Battery life is good. I can't say great, but good. I mean, I guess it could be great if you're looking at the 3 to 4 hour runtime of hard gaming. That's pretty good. I gotta say that's pretty great, actually. At that point, you should be sick enough to sit down and do something else. The build finish and feel is phenomenal. They really nailed it. It's really, really nice. I do recommend, if you are going to try and PCize it again, to get the dock, plug in here, get the extra bonus features, and I'll put a link to a dock that should do all that in the description below. Guys, I wouldn't mind owning one. I'll say that. I wouldn't mind owning one. PC gaming on the go. Pretty cool. And it's about time someone pulled it off properly. I can't say, I've played any of the other PC variants out there. Like, I'm not Linus Tech Tips with all that kind of money. Again, this one's on loan. And I have to thank Rob for that, because he let me open it. He's let me have it for 2 weeks now. And that's awesome. So I've been running and playing around with this off and on for a while, just to know and get the feel, and is it good, and how does it last. And yeah, we didn't do any drop tests. Don't worry, Rob, we didn't. So overall, yeah, I'm kind of excited. Linus has recently put a 3 terabyte in this unit, so hard drive expandability is there, right? I don't know if he did it here. I never watched the video, but I'm pretty sure it's not a memory card. I'm pretty sure they actually went inside and maybe NVMe changed it, which would make sense that this would have an NVMe, because there's different flavors of the machine. A 256, this is the 512, this is the big boy. This one retails for $6.99 Canadian, and I gotta say, you're not buying a PC that can pretty much do what this is doing at that price. I have to be unbiased here, and I'm reviewing the unit for what it is, and for what it is at 700 Canadian dollars. It's amazing. The screen, the hardware, amazing. The sound, the 3D surround sound thing going on. When I was playing games, I felt like it was behind me. That itself just leads me to say, they really put some nice development in here. And is it perfect? No. There's a lot of learning curves when it comes to starting up games and doing different things, because you may have to use the touchpads and so on. And the touchpads are very good. They are very sensitive. So, everything, in my opinion, was built well. It's just going to take time, I guess, to find out how well the unit stays up against other handhelds. Would I buy this over a Nintendo Switch? I would say yes. And the reason I would say that is the games I want to play are on PC. And PC gaming always looks better than console gaming. So for that, I would take this over a Nintendo Switch. Rob, you got a trade for my Switch? I think that's a good idea. Good trade? Good trade? Probably not. But anyway, guys, thank you. I wanted to give you your simplistic review. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. I've had it for, like I said, a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I've enjoyed it. It was a very different experience. And I'm glad I got to experience it, because other than this unit being lent out to me, I probably never would have seen one, had one, or tried one. Guys, till next time, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. I am not the greatest at when I do a review and answering everybody's question on the video. Again, this is to be a simplistic gamer style review. If you need any questions answered, I will do my best to do that. So guys, until next time, thank you for watching. Game over.